the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you as always. Welcome to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for your presence, and thank you so much for your beautiful comments below. I will be drawing a new name for next week's tarot free reading, so please be sure to hit your notification bell if you have dropped me a comment below. And if you're new to the channel and just arrived here, I do pick a card readings on this channel, so please pull up, get cozy, grab some snacks and a cup of tea, and we're going to have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather here together. And I would love to have you join our soul family here by subscribing and dropping your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me, because I would love to read for you. I also have links below for Etsy for personal reading as well if you feel called to. But for today's pick a card reading, we're looking at February 2023, and we're looking at love predictions. What's going to happen in the month of February? What can you expect when it comes to love? Maybe you have already an established connection, but you want to see where it's going to go that next month. Or maybe you're single and you want to see what's going to happen for you. So February 2023 love predictions. We do have 3 piles to choose from here. We have pile number 1 with this pink poppy, and we have this Knight of Pentacles with the dappled gray horse. We have the Knight of Emotions for pile number 2 with the carnation, the peach carnation, or the cream carnation rather. And we have pile number 3 with the peony and the Knight of Wands. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting today from Spirit. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1 today. And again, it's all about February 2023 love predictions and what you can expect in love in the month of February. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the little poppy flower, or to the Knight of Materials here, the Knight of Pentacles, and this is your reading. What can you expect in love in February 2023? What sort of shifts and changes are going to come into your life? Now, the Knight of Pentacles really is very steadfast. He's reliable. He's dependable. He's a very work-oriented energy too, and he always kind of makes it to his destination. It's like with this succulent in behind, the succulent doesn't need to be watered very much. So it's like they put themselves and their wants on a back burner. I feel like this is a very saving type of energy. So if you're meeting this person in February, this is a good catch. I like the Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who will text you back. If they say they're going to pick you up at 7, they will be there at 10 to 7 to pick you up because they're reliable and they want to showcase that. There's also longevity associated with the Knight of Pentacles too, that he's a slow moving knight, but he makes it, as I said, and he's still in motion. So you may find that you meet somebody in February that really matches that description, or perhaps there's some sort of beginning that's starting in February that's going to lead to more. So let's take a look and see. This is also sort of a commitment, sort of focused energy too. I really like the Knight of Pentacles. I think he's a really good catch, as I said. So if you were drawn to that card, and the reason being because of this person coming in, then you got something good coming in for February. But let's take a look and see, what can pile 1 expect in love in February 2023, please? Perhaps you already have something established and you want to see if it's going to move forward at a quicker rate in February. We do have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Man. I just got this message for someone that what happens in February could end up changing everything for you. Like there could be, they want you to surrender to what's going to happen in February, surrender to an exchange of some kind, an energy exchange, because they say that it could change everything. We have the Page of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands. The Divine Feminine here could be a Pisces, or not Pisces, a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. We have the World. Oh, I think it's such a positive month for you, pile 1. You guys chose a really, really good pile. We have the Queen of Swords and we have the Ace of Pentacles as well, showcasing itself. There's opportunity waiting for you. Well, let me just grab the other deck. There's opportunity waiting for you in love in February 2023. And it could start in some sort of communication cycle for some. There could be a work connection here for others, but mostly it feels like a communication opportunity that's going to come in. And what I love about this Page of Pentacles is the plowed fields in the background, which is really reminiscent of the traditional Rider-Waite Knight of Pentacles, because it's like this is a person that's coming in. They have a very strong earth energy, and Spirit's like, there's something, it's like you're the star of the show in this connection. This person would say you're the better half, so to speak. They're very much attracted to you, but you guys are like opposites. If you're very sort of out there and loud and sort of, I don't want to say loud, but just expressive, this person's shyer. And I love this because it's like you're at a crossroads, Spirit says, in February. Something's happening. This person's coming in. You're at a crossroads. And if you follow your heart, if you follow and you don't sort of give in to fear, Spirit says that you have nowhere to go but up. We have the Four of Swords. Three of Wands, Judgments, and the Lover coming out. There's Gemini energy here. We have the Ten of Pentacles. What's interesting to me is that I feel like you could be in a communication cycle with multiple people right now, or maybe you have different opportunities sort of available to you, or different options that you may be sort of thinking about when it comes to love, because Spirit is talking about a choice that you're going to have to make, maybe even between some sort of competitive energy for you. And this is sort of a reality too, about grounding yourself to the reality of the opportunity, grounding yourself to the reality of the chance. Because it's like they're asking you now to prepare for expansion. And as I said, this could be a very important month for you, because it's spearheading a lot of change. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. And if this Queen of Wands follows the stirrings of her heart, if she makes careful plans and plods forward, the Ten of Pentacles is about security. This is a really hard-working person who's working towards goals. We have the Page of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the Knight of Wands, and we have the Strength. There's a really strong Leo energy here. And your guides are saying, say yes to this change. Say yes to this person, even if it sort of puts you on the fence about who you want to apply force to, or where you want to put all of your energy. They're saying, say yes to this change, because and not necessarily worry about the consequences, not worry about the fact that I say this could take it all the way. You guys could end up committing overall, not obviously in February, but this is where the path could lead us if we start the process. But they just want you to take it day by day. They want you to have fun. There's a very strong physical connection between the two of you. So it's like appearances can be deceiving with this person when it comes to sort of their shyness, because where they won't be shy is when they're with you in the physical sense. And there's a lot of, you're going to find this person really attractive. They're like traditionally good looking. It's like, and they're not hung up on their looks, but they're showing me, Henry Cavill. I'm not saying it's Henry Cavill, but it's like a traditional good-looking person, right? You know, the broad shoulders, the chiseled jaw. So if that's what you're into, this person has that. But I also feel like you could be talking to multiple people when this person makes their appearance in your life or starts the communication process. And they're really adamant that you reap what you sow here. If you surrender to it, then this is an opportunity that could take you a lot of places. But if you kind of hesitate, if you are sort of tire kicking the opportunity, Spirit says that we could end up missing out on the opportunity and kind of suffering for that. So they're really encouraging you to take action here, because they think that it's a lot of abundance that could be afforded to you. And as I said, they're going to prioritize you. This person's going to spend money on you, is what I hear. It's like they're kind of shy, they're kind of reserved in that way, so they show you how they feel through practical things, through the physical element, through practical gifts, which is a beautiful thing for you. We have here lobster, financial pinch, though. Even if they don't have it to spend, they will spend it on you. This person is working hard towards their goals, but I feel like they're just at the beginning of their journey. So they have very young sort of energy coming in. In fact, they could be a little bit younger than the Divine Feminine. I just saw Weeping Willow, family sorrow. And it doesn't feel like a family sorrow coming in the present. It feels like somebody who has healed from loss in the past. And I don't feel like it's necessarily their relationship. This person could come from divorced parents, for instance. So take that as it resonates. We also have Rabbit, too much concern for sexual matters. And they will have a lot of impulses towards you with the Knight of Wands. And Spirit says it's okay to kind of allow that energy to flow in, because we're still seeing it move into the Knight of Pentacles. We have here seeking out information that will help you with the vine. And we also have January. And we can see this deep freeze in January, and I'm recording this video in January as we speak. And so there's like this deep freeze of maybe not a lot going on, and then it's like when it rains, it pours in February, because I feel like you have multiple options coming in, but this is the opportunities are waiting for you, and all you have to do is walk through them. You get to decide which path you want to tread here. They are saying that this Knight of Pentacles is a really good option for you, though. They, of course, are not going to force you, and they're just bringing this forward as information for you to utilize in creating discernible decisions in February. But what can pile 1 expect in February in love in 2023? Building blocks. You're building upon the foundations of the future. And the Hanged Man here is really giving me a lot of Tower energy. And so there's this aspect of surrendering to it, because it could change the trajectory of the future for you in a very positive way. So they're saying make clearance, make room for growth in February, and start now if you can. If you're feeling that deep freeze, utilize your time wisely. Be present with the opportunity that exists in the present. Be here now. And don't sort of concern yourself with the unknowns. Don't concern yourself with the past. Don't concern yourself with the future. Just enjoy it. That's why the Knight of Wands is here. It's like you just have to say yes. You just have to say yes to change, because there's something fated about this person. And I love that, because it's not just taking you to perhaps commitments down the line with investment, but also it's taking you personally on a new healing journey. So if you experience loss from the past, if you experience painful separations, or even maybe you have divorced parents as well, and that can really instill a security issue in us where we don't feel safe to open ourselves up to love. If that's the case, this is going to help to ease some of that. It's going to help to steer you on a more open perspective. It's like you're going to be able to see the value in some of what you've experienced. And so it's just a beautiful opportunity for you. Wonderful energy. What does February 2023 bring for pile 1 in love, please? What can you add to this message, please, Spirit? We have here the double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. And it's not just you that's going to benefit from this. This person's going to benefit from you. They're going to benefit from your confidence. They're going to benefit from your company, to be honest. I feel like you just inspire people. It's like being around you is intoxicating. And we have baby steps. It says action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. And that truly represents the Knight of Pentacles for me, because the Knight of Pentacles is like a mule. He's sure-footed. He takes baby steps towards growth. So this person may not be, although they're family-oriented, it may take them a while to get to this 10 of Pentacles, and Spirit says it's an enjoyable journey. So if you want to include yourself in it, there's a lot to be gained there. We also have here, wait, it's not yet time, things are being woven. So if you're feeling that deep freeze of January and you're starting to get frustrated, because, you know, when we have this new year that comes upon us, we get this whole new attitude of like, everything's going to shift. This is my year. And then if January comes and wanes and we don't see a lot of movement, we start to question Spirit. We're like, this was my year. Where is my sunshine? Where is my abundance coming in? So you may start to get frustrated, but Spirit's like, just hold on. We've got things that are coming in for you. You just have to give us a moment to work. So wait. It is being woven for you. What do you see in the future for pile 1 when it comes to love in February 2023? The three-eyed raven. As sunrise hits upon the dew, a messenger raven calls out with news. Prepare for the unexpected. And the three-eyed raven, I think about like the 3 of Cups. I think about also information that's coming in about expansion. So it's time to draw down the moon and really reflect upon what our insecurities are and what our imbalances are, so we can eradicate them and prepare for this really great opportunity. So we don't hesitate and we say yes to that change. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. February love predictions. Oh, the death. Death is in the bowl, death reversed. So perhaps we're going into February feeling kind of stuck, feeling a little bit of inertia. We can't really get moving, but here's that beautiful feminine energy again. And that's the problem, is that the divine feminine, when she's in the Queen of Wands mood, because you don't have to be the fire energy in order to resonate with her energy. You know, she's fire. She doesn't like to be kept waiting. She's like, I deserve every good thing and I want it to come to me now. And so the wait can really play upon her confidence. But that's why they keep saying things are being woven right this moment. Things are being woven. So don't solidify your position in this state of frustration. For charms today, in the bowl we have Aries energy. You could be an Aries. We also have I choose strength, and we have a little boy here. Now, this person could be a slightly younger than the divine feminine. The divine masculine here could have a slight age gap, a little bit, not huge, but it's really testing this person's strength to be able to say something to you or come forward. We do have the good luck. And I feel like the divine feminine here has been really focused on abundance and really trying hard to manifest change. And I feel like some of that good luck energy and some of that confidence is starting to wane a little bit, because we have this little charm that says, and every fair from fair sometimes declines from a midsummer's night dream. And it's like the bloom is falling off the rose when it comes to my empowerment. It's like I'm getting tired of waiting. But Spirit wants you to know that they see you handling it with grace. And this divine Empress energy, she's flipped over because you're not feeling that abundance right now. But in February, you're going to start to be able to tap into that energy a little bit more deeply. All right, pile one, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it did, please drop that comment below, as I said earlier, for your chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell if you do, so that I can notify you and get the ball rolling. You can also check out my links below for Etsy for a personal reading or for Instagram. But please come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the Carnation, or to the Knight of Cups here, and this is your reading. February 2023 love predictions. What can you expect in the month of February? The Knight of Cups emphasizes vulnerability. So this could mean that you have a water sign that is coming in for you, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Maybe you yourself are one of those signs as well. But it's like emphasizing vulnerability to help get us through February, or to help us to establish connection in February. You can see that this horse almost looks like it's in full gallop, and this big shell in behind is hiding some secrets. It's like I'm going forward confidently, but I am a little bit insecure. So this person could be presenting themselves with really shiny armor and have that insecurity intact. So you may have to meet them halfway, for instance, or the Spirit could be really asking you to tap into some vulnerability, to push yourself out of your comfort zone in February so you can take advantage of something new that's coming in. But let's take a look here and see what to expect in February 2023 in love, please, for pile number 2. What can pile number 2 expect in love in February 2023? We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Five of Cups. And I just heard slowly but surely getting ahead. That's what I just heard. So you may have been hurt in the past. Well, you most likely were hurt in the past. But also this person could share mirrored energy to that as well. Because Spirit is indicating that February is going to be, there are going to be opportunities for you, but they first want to address what's holding you back in February, because they're saying that we're looking in the rearview mirror a lot and we're kind of lost in that place. Every time we look into the past and really focus upon a painful moment, it's like PTSD. It's like we're putting ourselves back into that moment on a cellular level. I can't even say that. It's like our bodies can't tell the difference when we're really in that deep state of reflection and remorse and loss. And so February is going to bring in an opportunity that's going to challenge that view and challenge that gaze. It's going to ask you to be more forward facing towards the future. But you can even see in this card that even the little horses are looking at their rider like, which direction do you want us to go in? It's like you haven't made a decision. And so February could bring about a challenge for you in opening yourself up to change. Now you could have an earth sign coming in for you. You could have a Virgo, a Taurus, a Capricorn. But you can see what's mostly important about this knight right now is that he's wrestling a dragon. And that could be the emphasis or sort of the theme of February for you, is wrestling your ego, being open and honest with yourself about past attachments. Because they want you to give in to temptation in February. Because they say that if you take a deep dive and truly reflect upon what you have experienced versus what you're going to achieve, Spirit says that you'll be really happy if you go forward in February with this Nine of Cups. And there's an aspect here about someone coming into your life that feels a little bit too good to be true. There's this new attraction, a new path to explore. It's like they almost feel too good to be true. They're also talking about options for you. It's like for someone, when it rains, it pours, and this was common to pile 1 as well, that you could have an earth sign and a fire sign that could be competing for you in some sort of way. But most importantly, they're asking you to say yes despite the confusion you're going to feel. It's like the month of February, and this seems to be almost a common theme amongst the first 2 piles, is to say yes to change. Say yes to change, because in this new year, we're applying new forces. We want to have change. We want to have upgrades. And if we want upgrades, that means we need to apply a new force that we haven't applied yet. And part of this new force is turning our gaze towards the front windshield instead of the rear view mirror, because they're emphasizing this is a really good option for you, but it's going to take effort, I feel like, for you to kind of really throw yourself down that path. And they say that even if you have to draw upon logic to get yourself to go exploring. We have the Three of Cups. There's a really strong flirtation coming in for you in February. It could come in the form of a friendship first, a little bit too. And this person feels very different from you. I feel like they could be I feel like they're sort of your same age group and a contemporary, but I feel like they could be a different culture, or they're just, there's a difference about them, even maybe physically. We have the Ace of Cups. Because the truth is that you have, if you've been stuck in a cycle of reflection and loss, if you've been stuck in a cycle where you're looking at things from a limited scope from the past, this person coming in here is here to shake up that apathy. And there's a feeling of you being overlooked or ignored by the universe, or overlooked by a person that you have your gaze upon. And again, Spirit's here to kind of combat that truth. They're coming here to kind of throw a little bit of shade at that truth and say, we're not helpless. This new energy coming in is actually the vessel that's supposed to take you into clarity. Because they are emphasizing that this new opportunity can help you to achieve peace over what is holding you back in the first place. And so they really want you to surrender to the vulnerability that's required, because they're showing me this little crab down here. We have Cancer energy, so you could be that Cancer energy perhaps. Say yes to the change. We have the Eight of Wands, because it's going to take you places, Spirit says. It's just going to take you places. We have the Empress, and it's going to take you to the Empress. To that, it's again, it's not taking you to that position. You're already the Empress, you're already the Emperor. It's about you peeling back the layers. Part of the layers that we've applied ourselves because of our focus consistently in this old timeline, that you're transcending the old timeline. February is going to be really important for you, as long as you say yes to change, Spirit says. And it's going to be important overall, because it's going to inspire action. And Spirit says, I know it seems too good to be true sometimes, but do it. This person is almost like willing to wait in a friendship cycle until you're ready to. Like, that's what a good person this person is. It's like, I'll prove to you over time that I'm reliable. It's what this person is coming in to say. And honestly, I feel like this is a reliable person that's coming in. I just saw the Hierophant. They're very protective in nature, this person. They could actually be, it could be a friendship that's evolving into a relationship, because it's like that's the only person you would trust. It's like you're feeling vulnerable enough that you wouldn't trust anyone other than someone who already knows you. So that's not for everyone, but for someone watching. We have the High Priestess. But you know what? Your High Priestess, your higher self, is coming forward to say, I'm sitting upon this information that I know to be true about your cycle. It's like your higher self sitting on one end of the bridge and you're on the other end of the bridge, and it's a rickety bridge, but she's like, don't look down, just come to me, hold my hands, I'm going to get you across this bridge. Because there is this aspect of her knowing, or him knowing, that you're going to end that cycle of rumination. And that means an end to the torture sometimes that we put ourselves through in those cycles, because this is a loss. It feels like a really devastating loss. But if we look to the horizon, we see the clarity. And we see an ability now to move into a new timeline where we're forging plans towards our success. And you're going to be really glad that you did. Virgo energy, very strong here. Cancer energy, very strong as well. Leo energy, very strong. You're going to be really glad that you said yes, Spirit says. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who makes it to a point in their life where they look back and they're like, I'm really proud that I did all of those things and that I made that choice, and it was hard. But it's like they're asking us to choose which hard we want to focus on, because being stuck in a cycle where we're thinking about the past, that's really hard too. Moving ourselves out of that cycle and being vulnerable, that's hard. But Spirit's like, we need to choose our hard. We need to choose which hard we're going to focus on. And this hard at least gives us something back. It gives us something as a reward. And it's coming in the form of like dreams coming true, wishes being granted. And it has a lot to do ultimately in the long game, so to speak, in longevity, in stability, and even just your feelings of security overall from this attachment that you're holding on to moving into February. So they're just really encouraging you to go exploring. Go exploring in February. What you might find may very well surprise you. February 22, 2023 love predictions. We have younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. So this person could be slightly younger, or you will be slightly younger. I always think of Princess Leia here. So this person could be like a Star Wars person, so to speak. And I know that the Star Wars fans are going to be like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. I don't, but we have clouds, temporary problems. And it says here, doing something risky and taking a chance. And that's what they want you to understand, is that the clouds that you feel, the uncertainty that you feel, will lift very, very quickly with this person proving themselves along the way. And they are really encouraging you. It says the difficult part of a situation's over. It's almost like they're saying, this is your rainbow course. This is your rainbow relationship. It's helping you to overcome. And it's going to help heal you, which is kind of a beautiful thing. They say that good fortune is waiting for you. And it's like you deserve it. It's coming in as like a reward. It's like all of the effort you pushed on pushing all of the heaviness uphill, so to speak. You're going to be rewarded now with new positions. We have here, watch and wait and think on your feet, the fox spirit. Again, I was drawn to the fox because at her feet are a bunch of foxes as well. And Spirit originally had that message for you about tapping into your logic. Like, even if you have to tap into that scientific brain and your logic and say, you know, logically, I should just explore this. You know, it's like, maybe I won't invest in it, but I'll tiptoe into the unknown and explore it. And they say, as long as you're continuing to tiptoe, that's all the progress they're asking for. They're like, let us do the work too. We're going to meet you halfway. Just watch and see what we have in store for you. We're already working. We're already working in your favor when it comes to shifts and changes, because ultimately you are never, ever alone. I love that so much. The otter spirits, this beautiful essence of family that your soul team is kind of surrounding you with, but also it's about them taking you to victory. And I love the otter too, because when they sleep on their back and they hold hands so they don't float away from each other. And Spirit wants you to know that, first of all, they're doing that for you in the 5D, that you don't even feel it, but they're supporting you in that way. But they're bringing you towards a person that will also be that source of support for you in the 3D as well. Coming in February 2023 love predictions, please. We have here blessed, and it almost feels like you don't trust it because that wanted to come out reverse, but we have milk and honey. You're walking. They want you to ground yourself now and prepare for union, prepare for expansion. And honestly, it's really, there's an aspect here with the 3 and the 4, or the 3 and the 1 as the 4 of cups. We are combating and overcoming helplessness and apathy in January and in February in 2023, so that you can shift your gaze back to optimism, and it's going to carry you very far. Again, there's a reference to rainbow energy. So it's like having your pot of gold come in, because luck is finally at your side because you did endure. So it's time to clear out the clutter, clean it up, because 21 is all about the world, success. And it's like you made it to the top of that mountain, and so you are successful. There's even a little star that's kind of floating up. So your hope is returning. There's a healing cycle that's going to be waiting for you in February as well. Let's get a doorway card to see what February 2023 in love will overall bring in for pile number 2, please. We've got a couple here. Bless this space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Centaur Sage will clear the air. And it's interesting because that's what they're asking you to do. Clear out the clutter now. Start saging if you have to. Start preparing for union in this moment, because it says Saint Anthony's coming out. In thanks of my spirit, safe and sound, all things that are lost so can be found. And he was the patron saint of impossible causes, of lost things. And Spirit says you're not lost. You're about to be found in February. And prepare for the unexpected. Prepare for the unexpected. A sunrise hits upon the dew. A messenger raven calls out with news. And the messenger raven, I think about the crone, and I think about our inner wisdom. And it's your higher self saying, I've got news for you, that you're not done and you're not going to be focused in this old cycle forever. Back of the deck says, I wish of all wishes that you are here Through sunlight and rain, I need you near, a distant kiss and a prayer flag, because Spirit says you're holding up a flag for something in the past. But the truth is that your soul is calling out for a new energy that's coming in. It is being touted as a reunion of souls, so I do feel like you've spent lifetimes with this person, but it's just a beautiful transition for you. But say yes. That's the most important thing. Say yes to change. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if you're scared. Advice, please, for pile 2 for February 2023 love predictions. Hanged Man. Even if you're feeling uncertain and your hands feel tied and you're feeling frustrated, it must be getting exhausting to hold on to all of that frustration energy. And so now Spirit's like, we're not even asking anything of you other than to just don't look back. We're just asking you to relax into this new normal, into this new beginning, and into a new opportunity and love that's coming in. It does feel like there's a friendship aspect with the beginning of this connection. And this person's very patient coming in. Spirit's like, this is like a diamond. We have here the lock. We have V. The secret is that you're leveling up, and the Hierophant can even talk about commitments overall. We have the World, unfinished world, but there's an unfinished business perhaps with a divine masculine energy too that we're going to attack in February. We do have the High Priestess with the curled shell as well. And she wants you to look at things from a higher perspective before you make decisions, especially about attachments to the past, because we have ING and we have the whale tail, good, and we have the whale tail, and it's the white whale. So we're surrendering to clarity. We're surrendering to the truth of a situation. And that's why the 7 of Swords is the center of your reading today, because your guides are really asking you to sink deep into meditation and be honest with yourself about the old attachment and what you're receiving out of it. All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you today. Hope that it resonates with you. If it did, please drop that comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. I have links below for Etsy for personal reading and for Instagram, but I hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the Peony and to the Knight of Wands, and this is your reading. What can you expect in February 2023 in love? The Knight of Wands, first of all, he has been a very big theme in all 3 readings today, so it's a really strong emphasis on saying yes in February for all 3 piles today. So there may be messages waiting for you in pile 1 and 2 perhaps, but this Knight of Wands, this could be a fire energy coming in. This could be, a spark of change that's going to come in. And you can see this big sort of firecracker energy behind. And so there's just movement. There's change. There's movement coming in for you in February. This could be a person. This could just be your energy surrounding February as well. So let's take a deeper look and see so that we can clarify what is coming in February. Which pile do I want to use today? So what is happening in February 2023 in love for pile number 3, please? We have the 5 of Wands, the Hanged Man, the 5 of Swords. February 2023, please, in love. We have the 10 of Swords. Oh my goodness. And there's a very similar sort of energy surrounding this pile and pile number 2. We have the 8 of Cups. Back of the deck is the 9 of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. What's interesting is that the Knight of Wands has a fire lit underneath him. He says yes today. He doesn't worry about the consequences of tomorrow. And this is sort of advice coming in from your guides preemptively about February and about what could lay in stagnation and what could be holding us back from change, because we're holding on to something. We're holding on to something, and it could be holding us back, to be honest, from healing, from the opportunities that we want to see in life and love as well. So let's take a look here at some of these clarifying agents, because there's a cycle ending in February. That's what Spirit wants you to know. You're walking away from an old cycle, which is really good because it's empowering you. It's empowering you with a sense of loss, but also a sense of potential for the future. So we have the Knight of Wands. The Empress. The Eight of Swords. You may find that February is going to be a little bit of, it's going to feel a little stagnated in love at first. But that's why they're asking you to hold on. They keep saying, hold on, because we're working on things. And the way that we can, if there's blockages, if there's a focus that's kind of unyielding that we've been holding ourselves to in the past, old attachments, old heartbreak, really strong heartbreak here. It's like when we have our chakra system. It's like when we have pain, we push it down into our lower chakras. So it's as far away from the crown as possible. We don't have to think about it. It doesn't mean it's gone. It just means that it's going to rear its ugly head at important times, like when we have changes, when we have opportunities of growth. That's when our pain will rise and say, well, you're not ready. And so Spirit says that part of February is going to be about honestly riling up that pain a little bit. It's like there's this conflict that you can expect in your emotions in February, but the purpose of that is to bear witness to the pain so that it can exercise itself out, so we can get moving and get it all out. It's like a clogged pipe. It's like we're unclogging them. We have the Ace of Cups. And I feel like it's going to take a little bit longer in February for you to see a sort of a practical offer manifested in physical form, but I do see an opportunity coming in love at the last third of the month. So midway through the month, near the tail end of that, I see an opportunity coming in that you really, and I'm going to look deeper into that about what the opportunity looks like, but it's a chance at love, because this offer is coming in out of the ethereal. It's a communion of peace that's coming in from the dove, and it's like this cup runneth over. First of all, it's a beautiful outpouring of support from your guides and angels about how much they care about you and how much they're here to support you with all of these water lilies. And on the water lilies are the water pads, the lily pads. And on the lily pads are these expansive water lilies, because they're supporting your expansion, supporting your growth at this time. But it does require letting go, so we can see the light about those old attachments. An attachment that we were really strictly focused upon in heartbreak and disappointment and despair and feeling stuck. We have to let go and forge a new plan of action towards our goals here with the Ten of Swords. That's the second time we've seen it, but this opportunity is going to highlight the necessity of that. So you have an offer coming in. I feel like it could be coming in the form of communication or something. And to be honest with you, this person coming in attached to this offer is really funny. It's like they make you laugh. And that's exactly what you need. You need levity. You need joy. You need somebody who makes you laugh. And this person's going to come in and they're going to make you laugh. But that doesn't mean you're not going to have to sort of turn your focus towards that excitement and to start to adapt to that message, because it's almost like we're starting to reprogram our programming in our mind. It's like we're going off of this computer loop, and our loop was attached to another person. Our loop was also attached to disappointment and pain. And so now we need to change directions, and we need to form new abundant habits, even in our mindsets, even in our thinking. And they're saying that this person's going to come in and they're going to make you laugh, and it's going to be baby steps towards growth. So you may not commit to this person right away. You may not be like, oh, we're going to put labels on ourselves. You may just take it day by day, and that's actually the advice coming from Spirit with the Knight of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands twice, about taking it day by day and taking baby steps towards healing and growth. And that's what February is going to bring in for you, which is a really positive aspect of movement, because you desperately need this movement. And Spirit is really celebrating here with the fireworks. It's like they're celebrating this timeline, celebrating even this process of frustration, because they know that it's purposeful, and they know that it's educating us to the necessity for change. So this person comes in, they make you laugh, and then it kind of honestly throws you for a little bit of an emotional whirlwind, because it's like, I really like this person. I would really like to kind of surrender to this opportunity, which is what Spirit's asking you to do. But it's like, I have all of this baggage. It's like, I don't feel ready. And Spirit says, that's okay. Just take baby steps. Continue to say yes. And even if your legs are sort of shaking, continue to plod forward. You don't have to rush. The Knight of Pentacles is sure success when we take sure steps. But they're encouraging you to start those baby steps. And it's going to start here with this offer. It's going to come in first, because it's like the offer comes in when you're in the thick of pain. when you're still struggling and you're in the thick of pain, you feel like you should be moving on, but you're like, I haven't moved on because I'm flooded with memories. And so this offer comes in the thick of pain in February 2023. And that's when the contemplation starts. It's like they wake you up to what's available to you or what else is out there for you. And it all starts with them like cracking a joke or making you laugh in some way. And this Hermit is you walking away, perhaps slowly. Again, you won't feel 100% detached from that old energy field at the end of February, but you're going to be feeling a little bit more in control of your thoughts. And that's beautiful progress, and Spirit's really excited about that. So ending of cycles for you in 2023 in February, very, very much needed and very purposeful towards change. And this person's coming in as a wonderful asset, to be honest. And Spirit says you don't even have, again, you're not in for commitments yet. They want you to just embrace the opportunity. I just saw January deep freeze. You have hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. And you may be kind of like, I don't want any love in February. That could be where some of this hesitation comes from. It's like, I'm not ready. You're not going to feel ready, but that's when it's going to show up for you. The watch pot never boils, but when you're not watching it, sometimes it just sneaks up on you. Kind of like shopping with my grandma. If you turn your back on her, she's just gone. But if you watch her, she's slow. We have the cane. Pay attention to your health. And we have here temporary situation. And we also have here Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. And they're actually applying that to the Divine Feminine at this time too. They're like, there's a stubbornness. It's like we're breaking through the stubbornness. And it's just a situation that requires careful handling because we're bringing you into the sunrise. And you can even see here, this kind of looks like a burst of sunshine. And this Knight of Wands is the sunrise that is forming over the top of that clouded energy, the temporary issues that we're going to be facing. So if you're in this struggling energy right now, if you're feeling despair, if you're feeling lost, you don't know which direction you're headed in love, and you aren't even ready for more in love, Spirit says that's temporary for you. We have 1 on the 4. Diamond, because you're going to be receiving a precious gift, a diamond in the rough. And the diamond is about clarity, and they want you to know that diamonds can only be formed under pressure. So we have here the dragon. Beware of self-delusion, because the dragon is the ego, and the dragon is going to try to keep you here in this mindset, filling you and fueling you with conflict about past heartbreak or about potential heartbreak coming in the future that reminds you of that past heartbreak. But Spirit says beware of that. Instead, focus on the fact that what you have gone through that has caused the pain cycle is what's forging the strength inside of you. And so it's about clarity. Maintaining your clarity, maintaining your focus. Because right this moment, we have here a position of authority and a crown of respect will come to you. So a new position is coming to you, but we have to get rid of the problems. The problem is this ink that's been spilled. We can't do anything about it now. Heartache over what we no longer have. We can't do anything about that either. That's the past. It's only thoughts. It doesn't exist anymore. And so now we can address the present energy and the reverberations of that pain. And we can clear that cycle out in this new chapter in February. Because these are temporary problems here. Because romance is blooming. Romance, celebration, and party. And I feel like this person's going to want to take you out. And I feel like you're going to want to take things slow. But Spirit says slow is still progress. And so they're excited about the opportunity. But the theme for all 3 piles today is say yes to change. Say yes to change. We have Armadillo Spirit, healthy boundaries. She came in reversed. Because it's like old foundations are crumbling, new foundations are being rebuilt. But the Armadillo Spirit is a little bit guarded and she's protected. So you may keep healthy boundaries for yourself and just want to keep this light and casual until you start to feel more confident. But then we have Otter Spirit, you're never alone. And this came out in the other pile too, because it's an assurance from your guide that first of all, they're with you during this time of struggle. I think about the otter laying on her back and holding the hands of her kind of family members so they don't drift apart. And so there's something kind of comforting about that beautiful message that your guides are here to help you down this path, no matter what path you choose to explore in February. that you're never alone no matter what path you choose. So all of this information comes in as extra information for you to utilize to make choices in the future in February. But they want you to know that they don't judge the choices you do make. They just give you their perspective. You have the Rhino Spirit, you will overcome any obstacle. And I love that because you got the 5 here in the center of your reading, and this is number 50, because that's what February is all about. It's like you're being crowned here. So it looks like almost like a lei around their neck. It's like you're being crowned. Back of the deck here, you have here, take the leap of faith. And what I love about this message is that you did have the crown, and he's wearing a crown that looks almost exactly the same. It's like a leap of faith. So don't be afraid to say yes, and don't be afraid to start a new foundation, even if that new foundation is being applied in baby steps. Don't be afraid to do that. Can you add to the message about February love predictions, please, for pile number 3? We have here serendipity. Luck is on your side. Scorpio energy. And it's going to feel like maybe there's going to be something very synchronistic about this person, and there's similarities between the two of you. Things are going to unfold naturally. And the 18 is an emphasis on suppression and our fears coming to surface here. So it's time to clean it up, Spirit says on the back of the deck. That luck is actually on your side. There's no need to fear the unknown. And we have here chaos and conflict reversed, and we have come to the edge. Because the chaos and conflict, number 33, is like tower reversed energy. It's like I'm afraid to create more upheaval. I'm afraid of change. But Spirit says that's how we grow, is through vulnerability. And they're asking you to take that leap of faith. They're asking you for a yes. Because your higher self is like, I can see what you can't see. And you do have a community of souls that are helping you. Your guides and angels are here to support you during this period. And they're like, we can see what you can't see on the horizon. And so they're asking you for faith, and they're asking for trust at this time. Let's get a doorway for February, please, for pile number 3. What can they expect in love? I just saw sunset. Time here comes to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sunlight burns. And that's the theme for you, pile 3, is sunsets. Sunsets so we can have the sunrise come again. And it's a reminder that it's always the darkest before the dawn, so don't overthink it, don't worry. We also have here 3 of Cups, a toast to friendship in the afternoon sun, 3 cups of happiness, 3 cheers are done. Celebration is so near, and they're already celebrating your success. They're talking about you going out a lot in February, or with groups of people, and just being with someone who really, really makes you feel good and brings a lot of joy to your life. And spending time with that person consistently, and ultimately that consistency is going to create habits, new habits. It says change beckons. The path is shifting. The road leads a new way. Do not be alarmed, because change is beckoning today, because luck is on your side in that change. So no need to fear it. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. Advice for pile number 3 about February 2023 in love. 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands reversed, and the 8 of Wands reversed. I feel like you've experienced sort of frustrating delays when it comes to abundance and when it comes to getting what you want in life. It's like, why is it that I'm still waiting for the things that other people seem to have when it comes to emotional connections, emotional love? And we're emphasizing almost happiness and peace coming in with that entry into our life. And so Spirit wants you to know that, first of all, the wait is coming to an end. The 9s are talking about letting go, pushing against that last force. And then the 10s are the release. It's like we've reached the 10. So now that period is over. But we're still sort of going to be dealing with the reverberations of that pressure that was applied to us in the past too. Oh, we'll get another little pinch. Because we are making the best out of a negative situation. We have the lemon. We're making lemonade out of lemons. And we have I will. G and R could be initials. We also have police. Could be a significant for your career or their career. We do have December being significant with the Christmas present. But it's more about the gift that's going to help empower us and help to clear out our heart chakra too, because the green bow. We have the kitty cat. So tapping into our independent spirit, tapping into our strength. There's also Leo energy, and we have the anchor lifting. Sometimes we see the anchor and we're like, how did we get here in life? But we're hauling anchor. We have the power to pull it up. Oops. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it did, please drop that comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell, your like button, because it helps me to bring you guys more content, and I would really appreciate it. But be sure also to check out my links below for Etsy for a personal reading or for Instagram. And I really hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.